So I was recruited in Muvandori secondary school as a teacher.
Yes.
So I taught, and guess what I was teaching?
Yes.
I was teaching those commands and whatever. But then Kiswahili and nobody to teach. So I taught Kiswahili.
And
that one was disaster. That was disaster because I think I'm not very good in Swahili.
Tamthilia za Kiswahili.
Tamthilia, mnyambuliko wa vitenzi.
Ngeli. And how much were you earning in this other school,
Muvandori? Yes. I was earning 3,000. I was being paid 3,000. The problem now with that was the end teacher who came.
Yes.
And the person who came to be paying us the money.
Yes.
Do you know, he couldn't tell us, wait for me, I come. So he couldn't come. We had an account here in Embu, so he couldn't come, get money in Embu. We are paying the 3,000. He wouldn't tell us to wait for him in a bar. So he pays us in a bar. We drink all the money. It is speedy. My lowest point in business was when some of the teachers decided that I am not qualified enough to lead them, and therefore they decided to leave all of them.
Yes.
They thought that I am weak. So they hand a Mukundi. We were to pay the exams for CASNEP students. Then I told them, allow me to go and pay the exams. They refused.
Hello viewers, welcome back to the show. And first of all, I want to thank God because of the far that he has brought us. Secondly, I want to thank you guys because of subscribing. You are doing a good job, and we are here because of you guys. Today, I'm very excited and humbled to host Dr. John Mukundi, who is the Bishop of Reina's Church. He is the director of Achievers College. He is a businessman. He is, let me just say, he is a jack of all trades. And he has a very interesting journey. Hello, Dr. Mukundi.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Niko salama mimi.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to host you today.
Thank you.
I'm very honored. And I believe that this will be a very interesting interview. Yes, where people will learn a lot, and they will get to know about your journey.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I also take this opportunity to welcome you here.
Yeah.
Ufeel uko nyumbani.
Yes.
And I'm grateful that you have considered me.
Yes.
For this particular great program that you have begun.
Yeah.
I know it is touching lives, and it is touching so many people.
Yes.
And I know that in the future,
yes,
it will leave a mark that will help so many generations.
Amen.
Because it is like a trailblazer.
Yes.
And it is like a path that you're setting for many more people.
Yes.
To learn from the old through mentorship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So first of all, introduce yourself, and it's good at least those people that have never heard about you, they can get to know you.
Yeah, my name is John Mukundi. I am a born-again Christian. And number two, I am an academician. That is why people call me Dr. John Mukundi. And number three, I am just a person that is a family man. I have one wife called Catherine, and I have 2 girls and 1 boy, and several other girls and several other boys.
Yeah.
But biological, they are 3.
Yes.
And again, I am a person that is an accountant professionally.
Yes.
So that is the person I am in.
Yes.
I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Hey, at least I know you have very many kids who are not biological,
wengi.
But you've mentored a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I'm also one of the people you have mentored. And we are grateful for that.
Yes.
You have a very positive impact on people's lives.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us about your journey. How were you brought up? Where were you born? Yeah. The whole story.
Mi nilizaliwa 1975.
Wow.
14th September.
Yes.
So you can imagine I'm not as young as people think.
Yeah, you look very young by the way.
I just look, but I am not young.
Yes.
I was born in a family of 9 people. I am the 8th born.
Yes.
Our firstborn daughter is late, went to be with the Lord.
Oh, sorry.
Our firstborn son also is late, went to be with the Lord.
Oh.
So it's like we are left 7 of us.
Yes.
And in that journey, I am the 8th born.
Yes.
So I'm almost the second last. I began schooling a very long time ago, and I went to a normal primary school.
Yes.
I didn't go to a boarding school. Then I think my father had a lot of people to take to school, so he could not have afforded a very high cost school. So we went to just a public primary school. I went to Muvandori. Later on went to St. Paul's Kevote.
Yes.
Later on went to Nyeri Polytechnic.
Yes.
Later on went to Kenya Methodist University and MB University, and that has been my journey academically.
Yes.
And I have realized that it has not been easy, especially my journey academically.
Yeah.
I was good in mathematics in primary school.
Yes.
So now that answers why I ended up being an accountant.
Yeah.
And it began long time ago when there was a certain teacher that was called Mr. Muturi. Now Mr. Muturi would hand very long nails, very long.
Yes.
And therefore would pierce anybody who doesn't get good grades in mathematics. So I feared that.
Yes.
So because I feared that, I ended up getting into the area of liking mathematics.
Yeah.
And from there, he had promised us that anybody who gets an A in mathematics will be given 100 shillings.
Wow.
100 shillings was not a joke. So I did pretty well, but guess what?
Yes.
So many people got that, and therefore he could not have afforded to pay.
Oh, okay.
And that is why now, you know, we got our A's, but we never got the 100.
At least he would have given you the money to share.
Yes, so that is how it happened.
Yes.
Then from there, I missed going to a national school by a whisker.
Yeah.
So the other second best school was provincial schools then.
Yes.
And St. Paul's Kevoto was a provincial school with Kangaroo, with Kieni. Now that time it was not county, extra counties, do what? It was just district, Arambe, and provincial schools.
Oh yes.
And national schools.
Yeah.
And national schools were few. We had only Alliance, Mangu, sijui which other one.
Starehe.
Starehe.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of them. They were actually around 10 or 17, I think so.
Yeah.
So from there, then I went to St. Paul's Kevote, and in St. Paul's Kevote, now I knew I had made it.
Yes.
Because I was amongst the top guys that were admitted there.
Yes.
Now being a top guy, sasa I could feel myself. I could feel I'm okay.
Yes, and St. Paul's Kevote back then was a big school.
That was a big school then.
Yes.
Yes, it was a big school. I know that is why they had some field. St. Paul's Kevote and Kangaroo.
Yes.
Kangaroo school. They had some field. We could always fight.
Yes, there was a lot of beef.
There was a lot of beef back then. And I remember at one time we went for games at Kangaroo.
Yes.
And there was a fierce battle.
Yes.
Until we could use barbed wires. sengenge. And jamaa mmoja alishikwa na sengenge akakwaruzwa kabisa, and we had to take him to the Embu level 5, which was Embu Provincial General Hospital.
Yes, that was from your school or Kangaro?
From Kangaro, you know, we fought, but then we were beaten like nobody's business.
Because you were fighting at their place.
We were fighting at their place. So during the 4 p.m. break, we had to leave.
Yes.
And that was the problem that we had there. So I decided that, you know, I'm good, I am better, and therefore I engaged myself with some other group of people, and that is the time I got into funny things like drugs. I got into funny things like smoking. I got to funny things like alcohol taking, and that is it.
You got some bad company.
I got some bad company. There was a certain guy there who could send me to buy cigarettes.
Yes.
Na huyo jamaa alikuwa ananituma ananiambia go come with it while it is already lit.
Yes.
So I would take, and slowly by slowly I became an addict. That is where I began smoking.
Yes.
I began the smoking journey. I also began the drinking journey. I know that mi sikuwa nimetaste pombe.
Yes.
Mbele ya niende nilikuwa nimetaste kidogo hivi.
Yeah.
Lakini si kukunywa kulewa nililewa nikiwa high school.
Yes.
So I took a lot of alcohol. We could go to a place called Makengi, and that is the time we had sorghum wine. Ile mtu angefungwa trouser hapa chini sababu ukikunywa hakuna break. And that was it.
And people used to enjoy that.
People used to enjoy that. We used to go out. I remember I also ate fees because
School
there was
fees.
a time. Yes, because obviously my father was not giving me any pocket money. So I decided the first time he decided to give me fees to pay in cash.
Yes.
I decided this one I won't pay. I will eat.
So I ate.
Yes, I ate all of it, and I could sponsor people there. I could eat all of it.
Yes.
And then my mother knew my father very well, and therefore my mother is quite a wise woman.
Yes.
And you know, at that time she decided to do something. Alikuwa signatory wa akaunti ya fadhi ya kahawa, and therefore alikuja tu akachukua pesa. My father was an illiterate, never went to school. Alienda akachukua pesa, akatoa na akanilipia silently without nobody's knowing.
Because he knew the moment your dad came to find out, you'll be
kupigwa kama mburukenge. So that is how I went. So I involved myself with band company. I never performed very well in high school.
Yeah.
So because I never performed very well in high school, that is why I landed myself to my career now, which is accounting. I went and enrolled for diploma in accounting in Nyeri National Polytechnic. It was then called Nyeri Technical Training Institute.
That was before KSNEB.
That was before KSNEB.
Yes.
So I went there. Now again I have all my freedom. So I went into Changa issues hapo Majengo. We could take Bikra, we could do funny things.
Majengo in Nyeri.
Majengo in Nyeri. And you know, we decided to take a lot of Bikra. And you know, what happened is that there was a certain man from Kiambu was called Benson, and you know, tulikuwa tunamuita Benso.
Yes.
And you see Benso, Benso would, after we are drunk, would start now preaching to us.
Yes.
He was a preacher of drunkards when he is also a drunkard.
Yes.
So he would preach to us and he would tell us, I know there is salvation, there is salvation, there is salvation, but I am telling him there is nothing like that. There is nothing like that.
Yeah.
So I remember at one time I drank in Majengo and went into another river there. I fell there. I could not raise myself. I just slept there. I woke up when my body was too much numb. It it was very cold at night, and you know Nyeri can be cold.
Yes.
So that is now how I continued until I finished my diploma. And then after finishing my diploma, what happened, I realized the diplomas then by NEC were not professional courses.
Yes.
So that is when I decided to do my CPA. So I did my CPA now.
Yeah.
I decided now let me do my CPAs, and I was very keen in doing CPAs.
Yes.
I sat down and guess what? I did my CPA pretty well until I got to CPA section 4.
And I'm wondering, were you exempted because you had done diploma in
No,
accounts?
I decided to do from, you know,
Yeah.
when I was in Nyeri National Polytechnic, I had begun seeing the signs like this diploma is not good, so I joined it with the CPA.
Oh.
So I joined it with the then K8C, so I did K8C
Oh.
while I was there.
Yeah.
Then from there, I came out and I was doing my CPA.
Yes.
So CPA I was only exempted section 2 because at that time if you had done K8C2,
Oh, yes.
the exemption was CPA section 2.
Yes.
That is how it happened.
Yes.
So, and let me tell you, I did that section 2, went well. I knew accounting, and it was also my career because I wanted one career.
Yes.
I wanted fine art.
Yes.
Fine art is the issue about drawing. I can draw things very well here.
Oh, you're
I
also
can
an artist.
paint you.
Yes.
I am an artist.
Yes.
So that was my best career.
Yeah.
I was the best in St. Paul's Kivuti
Yes.
in terms of drawing. I went and decided to do caricature in Nyeri Technical. I could draw cartoons.
Wow.
And I could draw people
Yes.
very well.
Yeah.
Until one time there was some competition in Nation Media, and I also participated and I could win.
Wow.
Yes, so I am very well good in drawing.
And do you still draw about?
Until now, I draw my children, even my little one.
Yes.
I tell you that every time they see me, they have bought me some drawing books so that I can also draw for them. So I'm a very good artist.
Yes.
So I decided that after Form 4, I should be taken to a school of art so that I can draw. And let me tell you, because in Form 4, the reason why I not performed very well and agreed to take me to the university is because the company that I had,
Yes.
we had told each other that, you know, even now, people who are going to the universities, they are not getting jobs. It is useless. It is vanity of vanities. That is what we are telling ourselves.
Yes.
So I had planned that I shall go to an institute of fine art. And guess what? After I finished,
Yes.
there was a certain institute called Buruburu Institute of Fine Arts.
Yes.
So I went all the way to Nairobi to look for that institute.
Yes.
And I got it. And I was admitted, and I came with admission letters. Then my father looked at them and told me, what is this now?
That time you could not understand why you want to be an artist.
Yes, saying this one, where will you be employed with fine art? Where will you go?
Yes.
And guess what? The people that were admitted with, I later followed up and realized all of them were taken by very big companies.
Wow. Yeah.
So I think it is God, the way he charts his own ways so that you do not enter into a certain line.
Yes.
So from there now, I told me that you have to get to the second career. That is how I ended up now. My second career was accounting.
Yes.
So that is how I ended up in Nyeri Technical. So after I finished Nyeri Technical, that is where we were. I came and decided now to do what? To do
CPA.
CPA.
Yes.
I did all the way to section 4.
Yes.
So in section 4, I meet another paper that was called quantitative methods or quantitative T. It was
QT,
called
yes.
quantitative techniques then.
Yes.
Right now they call it quantitative methods or quantitative analysis, the same.
Yes.
But you know, that paper I knew I was very good at mathematics, so I decided not to be very keen on it. So what happened is that I went and did the paper with a lot of confidence. I knew I would pass that paper.
Yes.
But there was a certain question on chi-square that I don't remember whether the figure was 750 or 700, but I used one instead of the other.
Yes.
So instead of seeing 700, I saw 750. So I worked all my figures with 750, and guess what? I got a refer.
Oh, yeah.
So I was refined in that paper, and after being refined in that paper, I repeated all the times. Until 4 times.
Four
I
times
could
the
not
same
pass
paper, yeah.
the same paper, and I passed the 4th time. I felt bad. I felt demotivated. Somebody started CPA and finished.
Yes.
When I was still repeating the paper.
Yes.
So it was too discouraging then. And I felt like, should I continue doing these papers? Should I continue doing all these exams?
Yeah.
And I was feeling like I should not.
Yes.
But later on I gathered courage and I was able to finish up the papers.
So you, after the 4th time, you were able to pass that
I
paper?
was able to pass and continue to section 5 and section 6. And that was all. But the problem now again was in section 6. In section 6, you know, we are supposed to do questions and you are supposed to understand and you are supposed to go and do the exams having read.
Yes.
I had not read. So the exam is here and I have not read. So I had to sit down one evening and I would read the questions and answers, all of it, and I passed.
Wow.
Within 3 days I passed that exam.
Yes.
So I'm just saying that to encourage people, perhaps them that are sitting the exams and could be they do not have enough time. You do not give up.
Yeah.
You just do it. Because I remember at that particular time, I was told I had booked the exam for December.
Yes.
So CASNEP now puts me the exam in June. And I am supposed to do the exam in December.
Yeah.
So I asked myself, I see the timetable coming and they are not prepared. So I had thought I would do the exam later on.
Yes.
But they bring the exam now.
Yes.
I think it was God that wanted me to pass the exam.
Yeah.
So I just did it the way I did it.
Yes.
And therefore from there now I continued with my journey.
Yes.
I realized I am bright. I realized I can make it.
Yes.
And that is why I never stopped to do to go with my academic journey. And I went and pursued a degree course.
Yes.
A bachelor's degree course. I pursued master's degree course, and I have pursued, I'm getting into my second PhD course. And my area is in finance and management.
Yes.
That is what I do.
Yeah.
So except now, I have also done church management.
Yes.
As you come to learn later. So it is something that I want to encourage, that somebody can really move into the academic journey and move on.
Because me, when I was doing accounts, I think I failed twice.
You failed and you gave up.
I can't do this anymore. Because actually I had done IT before.
Yes.
And I had passed.
Yes. So you thought accounting is...
I failed twice.
You need not to despair in life.
Yeah, now I see you had failed 4 times.
Yeah, I had failed 4 times and there was some resilience.
If I knew what now I know,
yes,
back then,
yes, you would have continued. Yes.
You failed 4 times. I can also continue.
You can actually continue.
Yeah.
And even right now you are still young. But now if all of us do accounting, who will do the kind of work that we are doing?
Exactly. Now.
So we are differently endowed.
Yes.
So that is how it was. So after doing accounting, I thought I would get a job.
Yeah.
You know, I thought I am good and would get a job. So I never got a job, I tell you. I looked for even attachments. I could not get attachments. I tried to do a lot of things. I could not get them.
And that time you had CPK.
Yes, I had.
Yes.
But now the problem was to get a job.
Yes.
And until now, I know people have issues with getting jobs because sometimes we think that it is actually education that gives us jobs.
Yes.
It is not the education that will give you a job.
Yes.
No, because some people actually don't get jobs and they have education. Others are having no education and they are landing in very good jobs.
Yes.
Haven't you seen one person who leaves jobs from one job to another, from big jobs?
Yes.
He is a celebrity in this nation. He goes for one job, he is employed, he leaves that, another job, he leaves that. He just resigns. He just resigns. But you find another person trying to get a job and he has all the qualifications and doesn't get.
Yes,
so I was that kind of a person.
Yeah.
And at that time, that is when I realized that in this life, it is not the strength of a man. It is not the strength of books. It is not everything. So I went, the job that I landed into was a teaching job. So I went to then Ambassador Kakumo, who was the principal of Govio Boys, and he gave me a job.
You went and applied?
I went and asked for a job to teach.
Oh, okay.
So he gave me a job to teach as a UT. I thought I was teaching business studies, commerce related issues, and that is definitely what I thought. So I thought at that time, and after teaching at that time, I got some experience. He was not actually paying me. I actually saying that I will volunteer. So he was paying me 500. 500 per month.
500 per month.
Per month.
Yeah.
So because I got some experience, there was a certain another school that was beginning, now my former primary school.
Yes.
It was called Movandori Secondary School.
Yes.
So when they were recruiting teachers, I was amongst the first to be recruited.
Yes.
Yes, I was amongst the first to be recruited.
Yes.
So I was recruited in Movandori secondary school as a teacher.
Yes.
So I taught, and guess what I was teaching?
Yes.
I was teaching those commands and whatever. But then Kiswahili and nobody to teach. So I taught Kiswahili. That one was disaster. That was disaster because I think I'm not very good in Kiswahili.
Tamthilia za Kiswahili.
Tamthilia, mnyambuliko wa vitenzi.
Ngeli.
Ngeli za panya. We were teaching.
Wow, yeah.
I was teaching at that particular time.
Yes.
And you know, I struggled to teach until when there was a certain man who had a college here.
Yes.
In Embu Town.
Yes.
An accounting college.
Yeah.
And then he heard that there was a certain teacher that was teaching in Govio Boys some accounting and some commerce.
Yes.
So I was referred and he came looking for me. So I came now to Embu.
Oh.
My salary now was better. It was 5,700
a month.
That was good money, I tell you.
Which year now?
That was the year 1998.
Yes.
99.
1999.
1999.
Yes.
So I felt nice. I felt good. I felt this is how now I have struck a jackpot, sport pesa.
Yes.
So I continued.
And how much were you earning in This other school,
Movandore.
Yes.
I was earning 3,000. I was being paid 3,000. The problem now with that was the end teacher who came.
Yes.
And the person who came to be paying us the money.
Yes.
Do you know, he couldn't tell us, wait for me, I come. So he couldn't come. We had an account here in Embu, so he could come get money in Embu. We are paying 3,000. He would tell us to wait for him in a bar. So he pays us in a bar. We drink all the money. It is speeding.
Yeah.
We drink all the money. That was the problem that I had in that particular.
It was more like a magic salary where
you
see it,
you see it, you don't see it. So that was the problem that we had with him.
Yes.
And I know after a while, then that 3,000 was able. I remember I was able to get a cow.
With the 3,000.
3,000. There was a way I saved. And I was able to pay to get a cow.
Yes.
One cow. A small bull.
Yes.
A calf.
Oh.
I got it on credit. I paid it. Nililipa miezi ngapi? Karibu miezi 6, hata nafikiria kuna zingine sijailipa.
Yes.
Yes.
So that shows that it's possible for somebody to actually progress in life.
Yes.
With as little pay as
with as little as 3,000.
Yes.
Because when we came here, there's a certain boy again who were in the same school with him.
Yes.
He was also a teacher.
Yeah.
So alikuwa ananiambia wacha nikuambie Mukundi, my hobby is banking. Give me 10 bob and I'll bank it.
Yes.
Do you know that boy was serious in whatever he was saying? Until he bought some plot in Cameo. Then plots in Cameo, they were not expensive. He bought it.
With the 3,000 salary
with the
now.
3,000, with the 5,000
salary, yeah.
Yes. Wow. So it is possible to do anything.
Yeah.
Mine were just saying, you know, money is not enough. We are underpaid. You know, these people are not serious. You are complaining. We could not do anything, but he did.
And drinking now.
And you know, he was drinking. You were also drinking.
Oh yeah.
But he had some focus.
Yes.
And until now, he buys his things in cash. He has bought. There was a day he went and bought 2 vehicles in cash.
Yes.
Yes, he bought all of them in cash. Saving money. It is possible to save money and buy.
Yes.
You do not need to get credit to get a vehicle. When you get credit and buy a vehicle, actually you are suffering 2 things. You are suffering depreciation. You are suffering interest, and therefore you are growing poor and poorer.
Yes, because the interest is big.
Interest.
They have huge interest.
Yes. So, and also the vehicle is depreciating. So it is possible to save. So he was able to save. So we continued in that particular environment, and it was good. It was good until when the man who was running that college got a job in Nairobi.
Yes.
So he left the college.
Yes.
So the wife will now come every weekend to collect the money that we have.
You have made.
We have made. You would tell the principal then, you know, I was not even the leader. I was not anything. I was just a teacher.
Yes.
You would tell, I am coming on Saturday. We do the mathematics, obviously. We do now the accounting.
Yes.
So that we may see what you have collected, what you have used, so that you may give me that, what is left. And the wife now didn't want, because the school had accounts. The wife didn't want us to bank. So he would come to collect in cash. So he would tell us, please, can you keep that money in cash? Because he knew if it is taken to the bank, what will happen?
The money will go to the husband.
The money will go to the husband. So slowly by slowly, we started missing some basic amenities in that institution.
Yes.
Students started going away. There was no marketing that was being done. And guess what? Ikaisha. ikaanza kuisha.
So when the wife took over hapo ndio sasa the
mambo ikaenda ikakuwa mrama, ni kama ikaturamba. So it was that serious. And then from there watu sasa wakaanza kutoka, the teachers that were there going for greener pastures.
Yes.
Mi nikanjaribu kutafuta greener pastures, I never got any.
Yes.
So nikaachwa hapo peke yangu, so by default nikakuwa ni mimi mkubwa hiyo shule.
Yes.
Kumbe Mungu alikuwa anataka hivyo sawa. Because from there sasa ndio shule ikaanza kupik tena. It had around 6 people.
Yes.
6 students. Yeah. Ikaenda. Sasa hata bibi amekataa kukujanga kuangalia. It's not even njua alichukua hiyo watu 6 akamaliza.
So hata naona it's not bringing good money.
Yeah. Na mimi nimekaa sasa miezi ngapi? 8 kama sijapata mshahara.
What? 8 months.
8 months.
But so now that time you're just a single man.
No, I was married. No, I need to tell you how I married. I was married.
Yes.
I married. And I had now my firstborn.
Yes.
I had my firstborn who is called me best. So at that particular time now, we were continuing with life. The savings that I had, I had exhausted them.
Yes.
So nikamaliza. Bibi yangu alikuwa anaenda kibarua.
Yeah.
Because our place is a place we have tea plantations.
Yes. Now in
the village.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So angeenda in Nyayo tea zones. Aende huko apatue kibarua, alipwe. Ili tupate pesa ya kukula na anipatie pesa ya kukuja town.
Yes.
Kazi.
Juu sasa there is no salary.
There is no salary. We are anticipating that we are going to get a salary.
At that particular point, she was the one who was now supporting the family.
She was supporting the family fully.
Not now like other. I've seen so many people have been left by their wives. When now, when circumstances are
I don't know what the snake talked with the woman when they were talking in the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
Because women love money.
Yes.
Women love money. Such that if there is no money, I know right now as we are talking this week, there is a certain lady who left the husband. Because the husband ana kakitu.
True.
Sasa wangu kama angeniacha, angeambulia patupu sasa. Because I think she saw the destiny. She was able to help me.
Yes.
Help me. She was able to support me, and until now she supports me. The success that I have, I know I can attribute almost all of it to my wife. She is too supportive on the things that I do.
Yes.
So tukaenda, alikuwa anaenda kibarua, anatengeneza nini, ananipatia pesa ya fare ya kukuja kazi na pocket money.
Yes.
Alafu sasa mahali tulikuwa tunakaa kulikuwa kunanyesha. Kukinyesha usiku na tuko na mtoto mdogo na tuko na kitanda moja. Kunanyesha huko juu. The roof was leaking.
Yes.
So tungechukua hii sabuni because we didn't have the toilet hizi za nini za kuoga. We didn't know the difference ya kipande nyingine
ya kipande ndio ya kuoga na ndio ya kuosha
ndio kila kitu.
Yes.
So hiyo ndio tungechukua. Tunajaribu kusil mahali mtoto ananyeshewa.
And it used to work.
Tungewekelea tunaingewaka. Who is God, sir? Who is God?
Unajua kuna hacks in life. So I was thinking that could be a hack wakati mtu yuko mahali kunanyesha, he can use that and it works very well.
That is true. So tungekuwa na shinda kama hiyo.
Yes.
So at that time tulisafa tukasafa.
Yeah.
And then mi nikaona sasa nimesafa kabisa, nikafika level ya give up.
Yeah.
But Then the man was actually selling. He had drafted some document saying that he wants to sell the college.
Yes.
And he is selling it as it was, as is basis.
Yeah.
So that means you sell employees, you sell the assets, you sell the whatever you have. Because it had really defeated him now. He was not seeing any benefit.
Yes.
Mi nikasema mi siwezi uzwa. So I decided now to leave. At that time nikasema ni leave. So he came and told me, nikaenda nikamwambia when he came over the weekend, nikamwambia nipatie pesa yangu.
Yeah.
Vile nilimwambia nipatie pesa yangu akakataa. Akaniambia pesa gani niko nazo? Nikamwambia uko na pesa yangu na unajua you have my money.
Yes.
Why should you refuse with my money?
8 months salary.
8 months salary. Akaniambia mimi sina pesa yako. Nikamwambia okay, I had just been born again.
Yes.
Nikamwambia Mungu anakuona, ni sawa.
Yes.
Even ndivyo nilimwambia, akaja akaniambia, do you think you are the person who knows God like than all of us? Hata sisi tuko na Mungu.
Yes.
The God is a judge between us.
Yes.
Mimi nikamwambia yes, he is a judge between us. Usiwahi cheza na Mungu, Sam.
Yes.
Because you might be having a lot of money, a lot of what, but when it comes to issues of people, na wale watu ambao wana fight yangu na Mungu kama the poor, you need to be very careful.
True.
So alisema wacha God become a judge between us. I said yes. So if God is a judge between us, then he will do justice. It doesn't matter how much money you have.
Yes.
So mi nikatoka na nikaenda. So from there meet na somebody who had given job when I was then the principal hapo kufunza. I was working with Action Aid, another NGO.
Yes.
Nikamwambia mimi nimefukuzwa na sina kitu ambayo ninafanya sasa. Akaniambia you can begin a college. So nikamwambia really? So he told me get a house, get some rooms, and we do it.
Yes.
So you can get some rooms that are worth 4,000 each. A room like this one, 4,000, and another one 4,000.
Yes.
It was slightly bigger than this. So nikapata mbili. Nikamwambia nimepata. Now guess what? Huyu mwenye landlord was asking for rent. Rent that was actually rent miezi 3, deposit tunajua how landlord ask.
Yes.
Mimi nikamwambia sina hiyo pesa. Nimefukuzwa na sina job and I want to begin that.
And now you had not even been paid for the last 8 months.
Na sina pesa. Akaniambia wewe leta hiyo pesa utakuwa nayo ya mwezi mmoja na ndio utaoccupy.
Yes.
So I paid 8,000. But it is not me who paid. It is the other man that I told him, please bring 8,000 we pay.
Yeah.
So that is how a story says that a man who began a college with borrowed 8,000.
Yes.
So I just paid and I went to class. And guess what? People began coming. And the first intake, we attracted 12 people.
Wow.
And from there, it continued. So nikaanza kuona tunahitaji evening classes in Embu. We do not have evening classes for those people who are standing. Tukaanza evening classes. They worked.
And now I'm imagining that you guys did a lot of marketing.
We never did a lot. Where would we have gotten money from?
Oh.
It is just a referrals.
Word
of mouth. And you see also the furnitures we didn't have. I had a pastor friend of mine who was a carpenter. He told me that he had some bows. I told him make some desks. He made small desks for me.
Yes.
Until now I have kept those desks so that I can be seeing them. And you see, he made those desks for me. And then I was paying him slowly by slowly. I went to Peterson tents. He was lending me chairs at around 170, 200, 150, 130 weekly.
Yes.
And I was even unable to pay. And that is how we were able to begin our college. And it began. And we went on. Yes. We began, when people began paying money, we began replenishing the desk and the chairs, paying whatever, and it continued.
Yeah.
Then, after we began evening classes, students increased, they increased, and God gave us favor. People passed, so the wand of knowledge spread.
Yes.
Then we went to, there's another friend of mine who came and told me, now I have a few computers, can I keep them? And we keep them by your name. And he hired a room there. I made a computer room, and we say in computer, we have Achievers College, we have computers.
Yes.
So later on, we were unable to fit in those rooms, and therefore we came to this building now. It was not finished.
Yeah.
So when the man told me, that man who lent me 8,000 told me, it is good that you go to a bigger room. You know, we were being charged 35,000 per month. I was used to paying 8,000. I was paying now. He asked me, it was after a year. He asked me now, how do we pay 35,000?
And you're used to 4,000.
And I am used to 4,000.
That is actually more than, it's like 5 times.
5 times. So I felt it is impossible. He told me, go, God will provide. So I just came by faith. And from there, I don't know what happened. It's like we opened a Pandora box.
Yes.
Things began now working. Students began coming. It was too good for us. It was a harvest season for us.
Yes.
The year 2006, 2007, 2008, we continued like that until today. Yes. We are growing exponentially.
Yes.
And let me tell you, I realize that sometimes if God has to give you anything, then you have to have faith. And faith is taking action. Faith without action is dead.
Yes.
So that is how now we were able to move. Wow. And then we began this college.
Yes.
Later on, the person with the computer withdrew, went, I bought my own computers, and we were able to continue and work out well.
Yes.
So that is how it was, and that is how my journey has been. It has been a long journey, but I have been able to move well.
Yes.
But now, after a while in business, I began having some, ambitions, and people saw my success. I was now they started appointing me in various bones, in various places. And I was appointed also in the government of the first governor of Embu, Martin Wambora.
Yes.
As chief officer in charge of planning. Later on went to administration, agriculture, and also as a CEC health. Yes. Many people know that now because they saw me in that position.
Yes.
But those positions, I think they have also their own challenges.
Yes.
So they created in me a sense of thinking that I can be a politician.
Oh, yeah.
And that is now when I decided to vie for the seat of the MP.
Okay.
Yeah. In the year 2022.
Yes.
So I began in 2021. I was very serious. I began vying for the seat of Manyata. I'm now a pastor. And I want now to begin doing politics.
Yes.
So that appetite and rose.
Yes.
So I forgot a little bit about business, about the things that I am doing, and I started trying to venture into politics.
Yes.
So I continued, looked for votes. Nikaenda Mashakaya, nikaenda sijui Maombolezo, nikaenda other parties, weddings, churches. I was moving from here to there.
And
looking
now
for votes.
You told people now you
I'm vying for the seat of the MP.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, so from there now, something happened. At one particular time, there are some people who would wake up in the morning in my home. You know, I am not yet an MP.
Yes.
They would wake up, they would tell me my child has been sent home for fees. My what, my what. I realize I cannot be able to handle that.
Yes.
That pressure.
It was a lot of pressure. I have a friend also who was vying for a political seat.
Yes.
And he, all the time he would receive calls, somebody is sick, he should help. And he had nothing. He was not already an MP.
Let me tell you, you can do politics until you forget your family.
Yes.
So, but that one was not a problem because my heart is actually a heart of helping. I help so many people. I have sponsored so many people, even in their education. I pay fees to even so many people in secondary school, in primary schools.
Yes.
And you know, that was not a big issue. But the biggest issue is when I was told by a team of drunkards that we have enough votes.
Yeah.
So they told me, now you need to buy us enough beer so that we can give you all the votes.
Yes.
And you know, I decided to give them some money. I gave them some money.
Yes.
From there, guilt struck me.
Yeah.
It struck me. And I asked myself, how will I preach? And at the same time, preach to these people. And at the same time, I am encouraging them.
Yes.
How many families will get lost as a result of that?
Yes.
People who are irresponsible and they are doing such things.
Yes.
So I decided that is not the way to go. Let me choose my life.
Yes.
Let me choose business. Let me choose career.
Yes.
Let me choose education.
Yes.
Let me choose church.
And
that is how I ended up resigning as a politician.
It is very hard for a person to be clean when he's in politics.
It is possible to be clean.
Yes.
But you make a lot of enemies.
Oh,
because many people are not clean. Actually, in politics, many people are never clean.
Yes.
Yes. But it is possible for you to be clean.
Yeah.
But you can only be clean when you have enough guts.
Yes.
Because in politics, it's just a game. And many people don't know politics is just a game. Could be in future I will get into politics.
Yeah.
Yes. I won't get into.
Yes.
It is possible. It was not the best time to do that. Yes.
So you withdrew from politics, you went back to business and...
I went back to business. I went back to church.
Yes.
And I went back to my own career.
Yes.
Yes.
You also have a seat in ASK. Is it ASK
yes.
show? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I have a seat in ASK.
Yes.
I'm the chairman of Agricultural Society of Kenya.
Oh.
I'm the chairman of Kenya Scouts Association Embu County.
Yes.
I'm the chairman. Actually, those are seats that are voluntary. You volunteer.
Oh, you don't get, you only get sitting allowance.
You only get sitting allowance when you should get.
Yes.
Like when I go, I am also a national executive. Like when I go for national meetings, I get those allowances.
Yes.
But here you just volunteer, you just give in.
Yes.
So I had decided to stop politics, to stop public issues, to stop all issues that are related to politics. But somebody advised me and told me, you cannot stop here, you cannot stop here, you cannot, it is good that you do it.
Yes.
But that is something that entered me because I wanted really to reconcile myself and focus on my goals and my endeavors.
Yes.
That is it. But In ASK, I just went there as a volunteer. Because I have a passion for agriculture.
Yes.
Agriculture is one of my most passionate things. No, I told you I farm nguruwe. I have been farming chicken.
Yeah.
I have a lot of bananas.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yes.
I do that. And ng'ombe. So like the milk we take here is my own milk.
So you even sell milk and
I sell milk.
You sell also the pigs.
I sell the pigs, I sell cows, I do a lot of work.
Yes.
So that is, even we are beginning a poultry project that is a good poultry project.
Yes.
Yes, with over 10,000 chicken. That is something that we want to do. So it is by that virtue that I love farming that I engage myself in Agricultural Society of Kenya. By the way, the future of Kenya is farming, not manufacturing. I usually hear our leaders talking about manufacturing. I wonder what they are thinking.
Yes.
They should think about irrigation water, and we have good soil, we have good land, and we farm, and we are good. China cannot produce natural things the way we do. They cannot produce pishuri rice the way Mwea does. They cannot. So they can only do plastic one. They cannot That is why we have an advantage. And that advantage, I think we need to put it in practice. I am too passionate about farming.
Yes.
And I know at one particular... Let me also tell you some. The first work God gave to man was farming. Leave all the other works alone.
Adam and Eve.
Yes. Adam and Eve were told to tend the ground.
Yes.
Lima. Kazi ni kulima. Wachana na hizi white collar jobs na hizo vitu tunafanya. Hizo ni za kusaidia kulima.
Yes.
Yes.
Very true.
Yes. Yeah, so that is where I engaged myself in Agricultural Society of Kenya, and I was able to continue. Kenya Scouts, I think I have also passion for, when I was in class 3, my teacher called me Kanambi, asked me what would you want to become when you grow old. I told him I told her I want to become a policeman.
Yes.
So I loved marching. So also you can imagine that is something that is coming to me in my old age.
Na sasa wewe ni jeshi wa Yesu.
Yes. Jeshi la wokovu. Yes. So you can imagine.
A soldier in the Lord.
Yes, you can imagine now. Scouting, it is because I loved such kind of a thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I see you have so many responsibilities. I wonder how is your day like?
That is a question that I have been asked by so many people. Because I juggle a lot, many responsibilities. Many responsibility. I do not have one business. People know about Achievers College. Yes. And that is what I like being known with. But can I tell you, I've also decided to invest again in education sector. That is where I will begin low-cost schools, not really low-cost, affordable schools. Yes. Called Royal Fanaka Academies. Oh. I have. It's already registered, and I know that we are making it and breaking it. Yes. So actually, I was telling you some times back that I need to have at least 15 or so businesses. Yes. But within 2 years. Yes. Yes. Right now, I know I have around 6 business streams. Yes. And what I would want you to know is that many times it is not easy, but you can only achieve it when you are a very good time manager. Many people are not good time managers. What assists me is time management. If you can manage your time, then you can manage your life, because the SI unit for measuring life is time. Yes. So it is important that you know that time is what really matters in life. So I arrange my schedules very well. Yes. My schedules I arrange by the time I sleep for 8 hours. Okay. I sleep. I do not undersleep. Yes. I sleep between 6 hours and 8 hours. So I will sleep between 11 and 12.
Yes.
And I'll wake up at 6
Yes.
or at 5 something 6.
Yes.
That is how I wake up. So from 6, I'll have to do some workouts. I have to work out for an hour.
Aerobics or lifting weights.
I do not do
Taekwondo.
lifting. I do not do the lifting of weights, but I do some aerobics and small things for around 1 hour. Then from there, also you should understand that sometimes I pray. I'll pray at night or I'll pray in the morning.
Yes.
So within that time, I have at least 2 hours of prayer or 1 hour of prayer. So from there, I'll come to work and I'll start working very fast.
Yes.
I schedule my work in on the basis of 25 minutes each. It is called Pomodoro technique. So 25 minutes you rest, 5 minutes, 25 minutes you rest, 5 minutes, and I schedule my day. One day I have it has many days.
Yes.
Yes, it has around 3 days within a day.
Yeah.
Like a day of 3 hours each. 3 hours with those Pomodoro techniques. That means you have 6 tasks. So within 3 hours you can handle around 6 tasks.
Yes.
So within 3 hours, that is 9 hours, you have handled how many things? You have handled about 18 tasks.
Yes.
So it is but a matter of arranging your tasks. And once you arrange your task, it becomes very easy for you.
Yes.
Oh, I have seen one of the greatest things that I hate in life is time wasting. If I realize that you do not have good time management, I hate that.
Yes.
It hurts me. Yes, so many people have ceased to become my friends just because of time wasting. You can do any other sin except time wasting.
Yes.
I don't like it. So that is how I arrange my days. I have enough time with my family, beginning from 7 all the way.
Yes.
Is their time.
So you get home early?
I get home early. I eat my supper early. I don't eat supper when it is beyond 8. I cannot eat. I don't eat. I better sleep that way.
Actually, it's even
it's
not
healthy.
Healthy, yeah.
Yes.
So your lowest point in business?
My lowest point in business was when some of the teachers decided that I am not qualified enough to lead them, and therefore they decided to leave all of them.
Yes.
They thought that I am weak. So they hand a Mukundi. We were to pay the exams for CASNEP students. Then I told them, allow me to go and pay the exams. They refused. So I asked them, are we considering where we will get our stock, which is the students, from, if we mess them as far as paying the exams, for booking the exams for them is concerned?
Yes.
And they said, no, handle our things first. I realized these are people who are egocentric. These are people who are thinking about themselves. They are selfish.
And they were your employees.
And they were my employees, but they could command me because I had no authority.
Yeah.
And that is why when you are the boss, you are supposed to give direction, not to ask for direction.
Yes.
Yeah, show leadership. I was at that time asking for direction. What do we do? What do we do? You are supposed to be telling people what to do. You are the leader.
Yes.
And therefore, from that particular time, I asked each one of them, are you for me paying the exam, or we finish up your issue? When they say finish up our issue, are you saying we do pay the exam or finish up your issue, finish up our issue? All of them except 2 saying that we have to handle that. So I told any other person except the 2, you are sacked with immediate effect.
Yes.
And that is the time now I asked myself, what have I done? Because they went, all of them. We have teachers, we have students in class, no teachers. So I had to work like a bee. But don't ever try me in crisis. I work best when my adrenaline has been provoked.
Yes.
Every time it is provoked, that is my best time. So at that time I could work very fast and were able to remedy the situation. So they went, and that was my lowest point in business. I thought the business would break down, it would definitely go away, and I thought that was the end of the road.
Yes.
Yes.
And actually, they also thought the same.
They thought the same.
Yes.
So they went and began their college, which it is, as we are talking, it is non-existence. It is not existing right now because of several reasons. Number one, you cannot, motives matter when we come to business. So you cannot just do things with the wrong motive. Number two, because you do not bite the finger which you offend. You do not have a wrong foundation. Every time you have a wrong foundation and you're beginning something, it will definitely be beaten by that wrong foundation.
Yes.
So those are some of the things that I think they made them fail. And again, they were all of them bosses. You cannot be all of you bosses. You need to be a boss, and you have to have a subordinate. You cannot all of us cannot be bosses.
Definitely they will collide.
You will collide.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. So you were able to get other
I got
teachers?
other lecturers.
Yes.
I could get refers. I could call my friends, get me a lecturer. They came the next day.
The next day?
The next day I had enough lecturers.
Yes.
And we were able to move on.
Yes. Wow.
Yes.
Hey, that is quite a journey.
Yes, it is.
And very inspiring.
Yes.
So there is this other journey of you now becoming a bishop.